all of existence is a manifestation, but it's not quite that simple. Existence itself is comprised of three different components: awareness, or an observer; manifestation, the manifestation of phenomena; and then the emotional entanglement between the observer and the manifestation. Emotional entanglement, you could exchange that term with, you could say intention, you could say reaction, you could say desire. Some type of a reaction, some type of emotional reaction occurs. The third component, which is the emotional entanglement that occurs between the observer and that which is being observed, the emotional entanglement is ultimately what pushes one manifestation into the next manifestation. There's this forward-moving flow, this omnipresently forward-moving flow of change that flows through all manifestations that are occurring forever. And that forward-moving flow takes one moment into the next, like dominoes, like a series of dominoes hitting each other. In order for the domino of one moment to hit the domino of the next moment and cause the domino of the next moment to hit the next one and the next one, there must be some kind of a reaction or some kind of intermediary exchange between the pinpoint of observation, the pinpoint of awareness, in other words, you, and that which you are experiencing. You must have some type of emotional reaction to an experience, and you 100% of the time you are. You must be having some type of emotional reaction to your experiences in order for new experiences to manifest. I've done a lot of psychedelics in my day. I've done a lot of psilocybin mushrooms, taken some pretty high doses, done a lot of DMT, dimethyltryptamine, and I've taken a significant amount of ayahuasca. The larger psychedelic trips that I had, I would dissolve into nothingness, but I was still aware of the fact that I existed. I was still receiving I was still experiencing. I had no body, there was no earth, there was no sun, there was no apartment building, there was no room that I was in. Everything was reduced to static or some type of ephemeral visualization of some kind. For lack of a better expression, it seemed as though I was made of energy and everything was made of energy, but I was still aware of the fact that I was experiencing this. So I would come back into my body out of the psychedelic trip. I would come back into the real world, the solid world, and I'd have to integrate those experiences. And part of integrating those experiences was accepting the fact that everything that I experience, forever, backwards and forwards in time, in my personal linear timeline of being, everything that I experience ever is a manifestation. In order for there to be manifestation, there must be an observer. In order for manifestation to occur, something must be observing it. Without an observer, there is no manifestation. So for us to exist at all, there must be the component of an observer or an awareness of some kind, receiving an experience. The experience that it's receiving is manifestation. If I am a manifestation, if my body, my sense of self is a temporary manifestation, a temporary coming together of particles and potentiality into something physical for me to experience, and I'm observing that experience, technically I'm not my body. My body's temporary, and my awareness is using my body to observe and to experience things. What I really am is the awareness. This awareness it's pure. It's a pure receiving of an experience. It's a pure observation. And I believe that pure observation flows through all things that are receiving an experience. And if none of us are our bodies, and all we really are is that awareness, and everything that is manifesting, including our bodies, including our brains, including our thoughts, including our sense of self, if all of that is just energy, everything that is emerging in the physical sea of manifesting things, it's all technically one thing. It's all one big thing that's manifesting in a bunch of little different ways. And the awareness that is flowing through all living things is the same awareness. If you think of your body as like a pair of goggles that your awareness is looking through, your body is this apparatus that your awareness is using to observe experiences, to literally experience existing. You have to ask yourself the question, what is the source of this awareness? Where is this awareness going? Something is receiving the experience, even when you're not in a body, even when you're not on Earth and you're not alive anymore. Something is still experiencing. Where is that experiencer? Who is the observer? If I'm not my body and you're not your body, and we're only using these bodies temporarily, and our awareness continues after death and after the body demanifests, what exactly are we? We're the awareness, but where is that awareness? Where does it come from? Something is responsible for the generation of manifestation in general. If all of our existence is manifestation, something is responsible for that manifestation. It's happening for a reason. It's happening somehow. All of this, it all came to be somehow. And if your body is part of that everything coming to be somehow, and your body is just a temporary thing that's made of energy, a temporary coagulation of physicality that's emerging out of a sea of potentiality, which is how all things come together. Everything begins as potential, and it only turns into a solid experience when there is something to observe it in a solid way. You eventually have to ask yourself, if I'm not my body and all I am is the observer, who exactly is the observer? If every single person is actually just awareness receiving a manifestation and using a body to accomplish that goal, what is the source of the awareness? Upon asking that question, you're really getting into the territory of trying to understand God and what God is. I am beginning to believe it's not possible to really understand the true nature of our creator or our source. It is a mystery. Manifestation, on the other hand, you can really get a lot of clarity on. The nature of reality, you can get a lot of clarity on. But what exactly the source of our existence is, it's a mystery, as far as I know.